everybody, it's Kim and I am back. And yes, I am about to do another tag, but this one I wrote myself. So, hopefully you guys will play along. Alright, so this one is called a Crafter's Holiday Tag. Alright, so everything is going to be all about the crafting. On to the tag. Alright, the very first question is, what is your go-to crafting method for the holidays? For me, I'm the Crafty Nomad, so I could possibly be doing anything for my handmade holiday items. And I try to do handmade gifts. But this year that's not going to happen so much. I'm still trying to come up with something handmade to give to my coworkers. I almost always give them something. So I think this year I have an idea, but it's going to be a paper crafting little idea that I'm going to do. And it's going to be really super simple because that's all I can handle right now. Because believe it or not, we don't have much longer before Christmas. Excuse me. So, but for my family, it's almost always crochet. One year I did make handmade soap though. So, but in general, it's going to be crochet for me. Okay, next question is handmade gifts or store-bought gifts or a mix of both. Explain. So for me, it's a mix. I do, for my immediate family, they all get handmade. And then for my family, not my immediate family, but my immediate family would be my husband and son. And for sure, I don't do handmade gifts for them, usually store-bought. But for my extended family, usually it's handmade. Okay, number 3, who is the most craft-worthy person in your life and why? So I came up with 2 people for this. One is my husband, because if I make him something, he will wear it, and it's usually just a beanie, because we live in SoCal. It's not a lot of need for a whole lot else, but he will wear it if I make it, and that's awesome. So he even requests things every once in a while. And then my other person is a really good friend of mine named Maisha. And Maisha was my roommate right before I got married. And her birthday is in December, just like mine, a week later. And I try to give her something handmade. And I think that she's crochet worthy because I have actually seen her wearing the item that I have made. All right. So who is the most craft-worthy person in your life? So that could be crochet, knitting, sewing, whatever. What luxury craft item is on your wish list? Don't hold back. That's number 4. So for me, the luxury item on my Christmas list, oh my gosh. Okay, several things. I wrote them down, but I didn't bring over my answer, so I'm having to remember. I just brought the tag questions, and so anyway. But for me, what I really, there's so many. I'm the Crafty Nomad. So a 6-needle embroidery machine. I would love something like that with multiple hoops, so I can do multiple sizes of things. It's about the cheapest one is probably like $4,000 or $5,000, so that is truly a luxury item. And then the other thing would be a Saori loom, weaving loom, and that's one with the petals and the shuttles, and you can make really long pieces of fabric, which you could then actually sew into something or make a really long table runner. But anyway, the options would be endless. And when I was at Stitches, I actually tried one out, so that's why it's in the forefront of my mind. But I have wanted one for years. I just don't have anywhere to put it, and I just think at some point I'm gonna have to give up a craft or two if I can't keep adding crafts. So, but that's about a $1,600, which actually is, you know, feasible. You know, I could probably raise that money, but anyway, I don't have space for it, so I probably won't do it. But those are the two things that are on my list. Number 5 is describe a crafty holiday tradition you do every year. And this could be for, you know, any of our holidays that are coming up. It could be Thanksgiving, it could be Hanukkah, it could be Boxing Day, it could be Christmas, you know, kind of thing. So for me, one thing that I do every year is I give something. I talked about it earlier, but I do give something crafty to my coworkers every year, and I've been doing that for several years. One year was just, you know, pretty Christmas tags that they can use on their gifts, and one year I made candy. One year I made caramels, and one year I made, which I'm actually considering doing that again. But anyway, once I made candles. Last year I did not get the handmade situation together, so I ended up just buying them things like ornaments. But anyway, I got my idea together for this year, so I think it's gonna happen. That's one crafty holiday tradition that I do every year. And the other one I will share is I haven't been able to pull this off every year, but my goal is always to make Christmas pajama pants for me and my husband and my son every year. I pulled it off last year, so if you've been with me, you saw that. This year I'm not even trying because we're going to Chicago and the whole family is going to be wearing the same jammies, so that's awesome. Which my mother already got. So number 6 is, what is your holiday decor style? And mine is haphazard. I'm just gonna be honest. I love a tree with, I don't want any uniformity in my tree. I want all the ornaments, all the same kind, and not all different kinds of ornaments on my tree. Some people like a uniform tree and they buy the same things and they decorate with the same color. I want like a riot of color, a riot of styles, and the only thing that I really is uniform is I like white lights. I don't really like the color lights. I want the lights to just be white. Okay. Number 7, describe the largest or most complicated item you have handmade for the holidays. What was it? How long did it take to complete it? So for me, I think the most complicated thing that I made for the holidays is the pajama pants. Everything else I try to keep it simple, but yeah, I was watching Ella's Christmas decorations, Ella over at No Kitchen Name, and she has this gorgeous snowflake throw that she made, and she uses it at Christmas, and that thing is bomb. So no, nothing that complicated, just the Christmas pants for me, I think. Yeah, I don't think I've made anything more complicated than that. I am right now in my brain, I really want to make a Christmas quilt, and we'll see, because I found a bunch of fat quarters that I had for years. I was looking for thread, but I found some fat quarters, and I was like, I should make a quilt out of this. But anyway, most complicated thing was the pajama pants for the 3 of us. Describe, number 8 is describe a holiday crafting fail. Okay guys, I'm going back in here to tell you what my actual holiday crafting fail is. I talked about something different, but I realized as I was editing, my biggest fail was this. And it also could probably count for the question before, which is the most complicated thing I've ever tried to craft for the holidays. So every year, we try to make a gingerbread house. It's just one of those things I wanted to do when my son was born. And it has gone from just being graham crackers to actual, sometimes I would just buy the kit. That's what I do now, just buy the kit and throw it together. But this one year I actually bought the cookie cutters to make the house from the ground up. So I baked the gingerbread, put the house together, and decorated it with my sign. Now that's not the fail. We got it all done. It was beautiful, and I had the bright idea to put it under the tree, just as part of the decor. I don't know how long we had it before one day I looked down at it and it was covered with ants. Ants were everywhere. And we just had to pick that thing up, ants and all, and take it out the house and throw it away. So I would say that counts as my most complicated craft, as well as my greatest fail. All right, back to the show. Number 9, what is the best crafty gift you have received for Christmas, Hanukkah, Boxing Day, or Kwanzaa? So I don't know. I put Kwanzaa in there, but to be honest, I am not quite sure if you get gifts or give gifts. So that might be wrong. Kalisha, you need to help me with that. So I know I should know, but I don't know. Anyway, for what is the best crafty gift that I have received that I didn't get for myself? My husband always tries to give me a bunch of crafty things, but usually it's just random because he knows I like all kinds of crafty items. Like I do all kinds of things, so he'll just go to Target or a whole bunch of stuff in a gift bag and hand it to me. But I think the best one that he did was early on in my crafty career. He bought me a full set of crochet hooks, and that was very early on, where I had all the random, Susan Bates. And he got me, like, maybe from Amazon, I think, a set of ergonomic crochet hooks, sort of an off-brand, but it had like the stitch markers. You know how you can get that from Amazon, and it was amongst some other things, but I was really happy to get that set back then. That was early on. Okay, let's see. Last question. I am gonna pause and be right back with the last question. If I can do this. All right, guys, I'm back, and the very last question is, show us your favorite holiday mug and give us that mug shot. Happy holidays, guys, and I will talk to you on the next video. Bye. So I'm tagging Laurel from the Dabbling Hook, Terry from the Yarn Joy podcast, Kim Go from Classy Kim's Crochet Corner, I believe, and Pamela Collins from Pam's Knit and Crochet Corner, I think. I'm also going to tag Karen from Happiness is Homemade, and hopefully all of you guys will play along. Oh, and I want to tag Rose from Rose Likes Crochet. All right, guys, hopefully you'll have fun with this, and I will talk back soon on the next video. Bye.